Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to The Wind Waker. In the last episode, we successfully obtained the Mirror Shield and activated this creepy thing. Now in this episode, we are grabbing Medley and continuing down into the very depths of the Earth Temple. Like I believe I said in the last episode, I really like the way that you never work your way back up the temple. It's you do everything you can on the upper floors and then move down to the next floor, and you proceed down like that. It really gets you an impression of going deep into the heart of the temple. These are a form of bubbles which are irritating. Going to ignore them for now and just play the Earth God's lyric. If they touch you, they curse you like that weird cursed fog, but they can't touch me because I'm in a cutscene. Ha 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 ha. Playing the Earth God's lyric here with Medley causes her to, of course, chime in. The bubble's still there, but either way, kersplat. The tablet explodes. Well, it's not a tablet. Tablet implies it's quite small. That's more of a headstone. Ha! I'm on Headstone Island. Tombstone, I'd say, is more accurate. Right. Now, more re-deads. But we have a slight advantage now. We can shine light on them using the Mirror Shield, which stuns them, and then you can just stab the crap out of them while they're vaguely stunned. The best trick for that is if you L-target them and then hold R to hold your shield up, it focuses the light directly on them, and is a really good way of just taking them out that way. As I say, it doesn't kill them, it just stuns them, but hey. There's some crap we can get rid of in this room, so let's get rid of that first. Break that statue there, which allows us to move that brick around. Additionally, there's a huge statue here, so let's vaporize that as well. Reveals one of the doors. Then there's that statue over there, but we can't actually reach light to it because there's pillars around here. Fortunately, there's that mirror over there. Shine light on the mirror. And, yep, come on. There we go. Gotta have a steady finger for this, which I certainly do not have. And that's both sides revealed. So, which way should we go first? I'm going to go for this one first. I'm going to grab Medley first, that's the thing. As you've seen, I tend to keep her out of harm's way during fights and stuff, but otherwise, I'd like to have her with me. Nope, okay. Go on, you. We're going through the door. And further down. Now, this is a slightly irritating room, but basically you have to use your... Oh, you can't even do that. Right, okay. So, let's work this out. Let's just go through it and avoid as much as possible. There are floor masters in certain places. You just have to work your way past them, because if they grab you in this mode, you can't fight back because you're cursed. So, what you have to do is work your way through. Haha! And here is a chest. Open the chest. Even though we're cursed, that looks quite cool. Get a small key. And that clears the curse fog away. Still leaves the floor masters here, but you can of course now fight them. So what you need to do now is kill all the floor masters. So I'll speed that up for you. And upon killing all the floor masters, a chest appears. Let's go over and open it. And it contains a treasure chart. This one's very easy to overlook just because you think you've got the treasure for this room, but if you can see that one on the compass, so you have to make sure to pay attention to it. There you'll also have seen briefly a very nice trick for taking out floor masters is to hit them with an ice arrow and then just smash them with your skull hammer, just kills them in one. Kills almost any enemy that can be hit by ice arrows in one, very useful combination. But things like re-deads and certain other enemies are immune, unfortunately, to the effects of the ice arrow. So, we've got a small key, so we could technically investigate up through that room here, but actually first we need to go around the side here. Got another little cursed section here, and you can hear a floor master in it, so I'm going to try and kill him from a distance just because it speeds things up a bit. Shoot him in the hand, shoot him in the hand, shoot him in the hand. Man, he can take a lot of shots. There we go. There is a second one a bit further along, and just got to walk past him. Then I'd recommend taking him out from up here. Come now. Curse, wear off. Man, Link looks so bummed while the curse is on. Just these things can irritatingly grab Medley as she's flying past and stuff like that. So, oh no, I got dirtied again. They can quite easily grab her as she's going past, so it's just nice to get rid of them a bit. Can I? No, don't go back into the poo. Who do you think you are? Right. Come on, wear off, curse. Welcome back to The Wind Waker, the exciting episode where we stand around looking angry but are unable to attack due to... Anyway, finally got the bastard. Now, nice little thing we can do here is use the fire arrows again. Can burn this thing off the wall. And we can also burn that one off the wall, but actually I don't think that was what I was supposed to do. No, that was completely wrong. I'm thinking of a different bit. I was thinking of the earlier bit last episode with the shadow choo-choos. In fact, what we just have to do is hit this hammer. Hit this hammer, hit the switch with the hammer. And the light appears. And so obviously we've got this mirror here. What we can do with these mirrors is slide them around. So let's slide this one forward. And it'll click into place just underneath the light. Which will shine its light through that grill into whatever's through there. So, let's go and investigate through there, head back to the main room where the small key door was. So now, up here, we can get Medley up there quite easily by just gliding her up, and we technically can push this block over to get up there, but it's easy enough to just jump and glide. Kind of speeds it up a bit, and then we can open this door. And now we are in this room, which is where that light we just created is shining through to. There's a couple of bubbles and shit in this room, so I'm just going to take them out first. There's a Poe as well, but obviously with that beam of light there, haha, the Poe can't get to us. I have a feeling there's another Poe and another bubble, yeah. The bubble, let's just take out by... No, not the Poe, let's take out the bubble. And kill the bubble. Ignore the Poe. Get the Poe to chase you over here, and it'll just run into the lights. Or we can just buzz it that way. That works too. And kill the Poe. Poes are really weak once you've made them substantial, but that's just kind of the trick with them. So now, from here, we can basically use the mirror shield to... Oh god, there's a third Poe. That's problematic. Let's see if we can get him. Yep. And then just kill him quickly. Oh god, there's another bubble as well. Man, this room's a lot busier than I thought it was. Stabby stab, good. Right. Now we can use the mirror shield to take out that statue there. For 10 rupees. Nice. Can also take out that one there. For a magic refill thing. But this one behind us we can't actually get because obviously we're not getting a reflection from that angle. So, we need to do a bit of a relay system again. So, let's take control of Medley and position her in the beam of light, but make her kind of bring her shield up and face that way. Hold her there. Then we as the Doctor maneuver into that position there, so she's lasering us, and or not, and reflect the light onwards to that statue. Those things look really weird as well. They look kind of like just heads with feet. I don't know what they're supposed to be, but they look kind of cool. Either way, we can now proceed through here. And we're getting really onto the... Did I not bring Medley with me? Ugh. Oh, now where's she gone? Oh, Medley, you daft cow. Come over here. Well, that's more of a daft bird thing, but hey. Anyway, talking crap. Let's take her through here. Now, a lot of stuff happens in this room, mostly enemy-based. So let's just proceed along here. All these coffins will fall on you. Haha! Sometimes they'll kill a Keese. This one's got a Stalfos in it. The game doing the usual stuff, it'll throw you something as a mini-boss and then kind of make it just a mundane enemy very shortly afterwards. Hopefully I'm not going to have as much trouble with the Stalfos as I had last episode, and indeed it appears not. I think it was just... Normally the Skullhammer tactic seems to work really well on them, but last episode, nope, just did not like it at all. Get the rest of these to fall down. Awesome. And now this isn't the main way, this is just a kind of side way to grab someone else. So let's grab Medley. And come over here, because you will doubtless have seen that at the end of this corridor is another one of the song tablets. So let's throw Medley headfirst into a wall and stun her. Either way, don't care if you've received a concussive head wound, you're still just going to play music for me. Harping skill is unaffected by blunt force trauma. As ever, the tablet explodes! And there's still a key sitting in the front of it. And that kind of reveals the way through to another room. But what we can also do is... I lied, that's not the side bit, that's the main bit. The side bit is actually along here. Ow, 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 ignore all these falling things. And there's various re-deads around. But you can just grab this chest that just has... red rupee in it. Nice little thing there. As long as you can... I hate re-deads. Da-da-da-do-do-do. Let's just pick up Medley and just get the fuck out of here as soon as we can. And we go, as ever, deeper into the temple and reach a really cool looking room in a second. Yeah. Oh, this room looks so cool. If we get up here, we can actually then just quickly reveal the final bomb pot thing for getting back here. There's no easy way of doing this than just standing with the explosive. Only does a quarter of a heart of damage to you, and hey, unlocks the pot, so that's good. Now we need to just get slightly further down this chamber, but not all the way to the bottom. You can crawl down manually on those vines, but I found the easiest way to do it is just glide over here. And then, yay, we both land relatively softly at the bottom. If you fall into the bottom here, it's just a mess of cursors and floor masters, and you have to climb out, and it's a bit of a bitch. So let's avoid that altogether and just go through here. Now we reach one of the really cool chambers in the game. This is the mirror chamber. Well, it's not actually called the mirror chamber, but that's what I call it. There's a fair few things we can do in here, so let's take control of Medley. And if we fly up here, there's a switch. As you can see, it's another one of those two statues over there with the two sun eyes, so that's our eventual goal. But there's a lot of stuff we can do before that. So, putting Medley on that switch unlocks that light up there. We don't need to keep Medley on the switch, I'm just keeping her there until I actually have a use for her. So first things first, there is a scorpion mirror here, so let's slide this along. This whole system is basically just, as you can imagine from the name Mirror Chamber that I gave it, to do with moving around mirrors. So from here, we can do a bit of kind of relay stuff. We can relay the light onto that chest there to make it physical. Nope, we can't, apparently, because I'm really crap at holding my thumb in the same position. It's like that totem statue on Star Fox Adventures all over again. So that reveals that. We can also then break this statue over here, which reveals a mirror behind it that we can move around. And then finally, if we command Medley, we can get her to fly down to where we are, which is over here. And this one's kind of a little two-step relay involving both Medley and the Doctor. If we get her to shine her light down onto that platform down there with the harp on it. Generally, platforms with a harp on it mean put someone who can reflect light here. And so indeed, we can relay the light over there and break some of these wall pieces with it. We need to actually break all four of them here because, as you can see, behind it is another scorpion mirror shield wall thing, which we can then pull out. So, let's do that. Let's drag, there's this one there and that one over there, so I'm just going to drag both out. And upon doing that successfully, a great number of beams of light appear, and we're kind of halfway there, because basically there's two platforms here in front of these snakes' heads, that one over there and that one here. We need to get light shining on both, so then we can reflect that light up to the face there. So we've got kind of half of it out the way and done. So if we move over here, we can do a bit more stuff. Obviously we need to push this scorpion mirror over here, so it's in the way of this beam of light, allowing us to utilize that in our designs. Plonk that down there. And then again, it's another one of these bits where from here it like, we can mirror it around a bit more. So let's make that chest real. Did I actually get the last chest that I made real? No, I didn't. Well, I get all these chests at the end then. There's a little kind of crack in the wall around to the side here, which we can dissolve. Revealing, I think it's another chest back there. Let's actually check that now. Nope, that is, well, okay, actually, let's not check that now. Let's check that a little later, because there's one more thing we can quickly do here of break this statue over here. I can't see what I'm doing, so there we go. And that reveals another scorpion mirror. You can start to see how this is progressing. You can see just behind the Doctor there, you might have briefly seen, there were some, whatchamacallits, nice and specific, Doctor. There were some walls that can be destroyed, but in order to get to that, obviously, we can't get the angle right again. So, you can see it, you can see how this is progressing. Really like this room, because it's not too difficult. You don't even really particularly have to think about it. But you achieve a lot kind of through doing it. You feel like you're kind of doing a lot, when in reality, you're basically just... It's not like there's a lot of positions everything can go into. You can't really get anything wrong, as long as you basically just break everything you can see whenever a beam of light appears, and then move all the scorpion mirrors into the positions that they need to be in. But either way, now we've cracked all of these, we can then pull this couple of scorpion mirrors out, so I'll do that on the speed up. And having done that successfully, puts everything into the positions that it should be in. So that's awesome. If we also go, there's a quick little thing here up behind where that one was. There's a couple of pots. I couldn't actually remember what was back here, so I decided to check it. But yes, that was it. I knew there was something of importance back there. Those pots have about 100 rupees in between them, so that is awesome. So now we need to go onto these kind of two pedestals here and shine the light up towards the sun thing. So let's put the Doctor on this one, then take control of Medli and maneuver her over to the other one. And when she's on it, you can see how this goes. Harp and pointed at one eye, which then lights up. As the Doctor, draw my sword and pointed at the other eye. Come on. Oh, I hate aiming these mirror things, it's really difficult. My thumb keeps spasming. There we go, with all them lit. Another needlessly awesome door appears, which is really cool. Before we go through there, there's just a few things I'm going to gather in this room, because there's a couple of chests we've made appear and haven't got yet. So there's this one here. Come on, open up. I'm really suck at getting chests on this game, I found. So that's purple rupee. That's just great. Come over here. And there's another one which contains, oh, you guessed it, a joy pendant. It's really weird of them to give you 3 this late in the game. Then behind here, this was a kind of little wall we cracked as well. There's a separate kind of side chamber in here, antechamber if you will, which contains a few little things in it. There are these coffins, which you can only open by shining light on them, and they kind of wobble and open. And they've got a Stalfos, and a Stalfos. So I'm going to kill these bastards. See, I had pretty much no problem with the triple Stalfos there. Don't know why it was such a bugger to me last episode. Either way, that causes a chest to appear, which, if you've been paying attention so far, you will have noticed in every dungeon there are 2 treasure chests, treasure charts. It's always one that leads to a rupee and one that leads to a heart piece. We've already had one in this dungeon, so the second one is in this chest. Sorry if I spoiled the surprise slightly there. Yay for treasure charts. Now, one more thing to get to this episode, which is, obviously, in the room we just revealed. If we go through there... Interesting. This is a really odd time, I always think, for them to throw a Dark Nut at us that we've kind of had. You would have thought this might have been like a swarm of Redeads or something like that. The Dark Nut is made slightly more challenging by the fact we have some blue bubbles here, but not too much. It's the usual tactic of wait, and then just parry, slash the back. Then he's completely vulnerable, so just slash the crap out of him. I'm just going to equip my Deku Leaf just for dealing with these cursed bubbles. Oh, they got me, dirty buggers. So now basically we just have to run the fuck away, because otherwise we're boned. The thing is, even though it's worth noting, if you are cursed, you can still shield, and you can still use enemies' weapons. So you can actually use the Dark Nut sword if you've got hold of it, which is useful. But we didn't have hold of it there. Let's just kill the other bubble. Oh, yep, got him just before he throws us. And, oh, we've killed the Dark Nut as well. Didn't even notice that happening. Another Knight's Crest for the collection. Not that we actually need them, but hey, useful to have. Can sell them to Beedle for money, I think. That's about it. Once you've got the 10. Don't need anything else. And you should be able to get the 10 all in Hyrule Castle like I did, as long as you remember to grapple them, because they don't always... You got the big key! Use it to gain entrance to the room where the boss's dungeon lurks. Yeah, they don't always appear in the orbs that are dropped by Dark Nut. It's like a 90% chance, but if you want a 100% chance, then you have to grapple them first, which is why I always recommended doing that. Now we're done in this room, we're going to head back up to the large kind of central chamber, which is where the boss door is. So when you're back up here, we can simply jump and glide with the Deku Leaf. Don't need to bother about getting Medli up here, because Medli cannot come into the boss fight with you. I was about to say unfortunately, then realised she wouldn't be a massive amount of use in there. So anyway, do the usual healing up beforehand. There's a fairy, and I think for once we actually do have an empty bottle, because we got that new one from Milo a few episodes ago. We haven't put anything in yet. Nope, no fairies here apparently. Well, that's slightly odd, but either way, let's go through and... Ha ha ha! Troll! I just looked at the time. Looks like we're not doing the boss this episode. I am so sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but also I'm not. So thank you very much for watching this episode of The Wind Waker. We have successfully made our way down to the base of the Earth Temple and got the big key, and next episode we will be fighting the boss to try and restore the power to repel evil to the Master Sword. Thank you very much, and good day.